Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about this situation that's going on with Kelly Price. Now, there was initially a report from TMZ, and the report basically first stated that she had gone missing after she revealed that she had COVID. They had reported that there was something suspicious going on. Family had reported that the boyfriend was like kind of keeping her away from family, and they kind of hadn't heard from her. And then she was officially listed by the police as a missing person. Well, her attorney had came forward hours after that to basically say, well, she's safe and sound at home, she's fine, all is well, don't worry, things are cool. And then her sister decided to chime in and be like, hold up, stop. We haven't seen, heard, or anything from our sister, and we are still very much concerned until we lay eyes on her. Now, I'm going to jump into all of that into this video in just a second. But first, I want to connect with you guys and say, hey, thank you guys for coming. If this is your first time here, I want you to leave a half moon emoji in the comments so that I can welcome you to my page and say thank you for coming. And if you are a returning night owl and you've been here for a while, then I want you to drop an owl emoji in the comments, and I want to acknowledge you as well. Okay? With that being said, let's get into this situation, and let me break this whole thing down. So as I stated, TMZ initially reported, and they said, you know, gospel singer Kelly Price, she's missing in Georgia after revealing COVID, yada, yada, yada. Then, upon the report, it says, gospel singer Kelly Price has gone missing in Georgia, TMZ has learned. And it happened shortly after she was released from the hospital after battling COVID. According to officials in Cobb County, Kelly has been listed as a missing person following a welfare check conducted at her home last Saturday. We're told the authorities found no evidence of foul play and spoke with Kelly's boyfriend at the residence, but she's now listed as missing with the National Crime Information Center. So this sent everybody into like, whoa, what's going on? Like, this is like her, y'all talked to her boyfriend, but y'all didn't talk to her. Y'all went to her home. What's tea? Okay, what is tea? Okay, it says, as for what led to this, Kelly posted a video July 29th revealing that she had COVID and was struggling with symptoms. According to Kelly's family, she was admitted to the hospital about a week later and ended up in ICU because her condition worsened. Her family tells TMZ they were in touch with Kelly while she was in the hospital in early August, and her children visited her several times. However, 3 weeks after she was admitted, we're told her kids got a call that she had been discharged, which was surprising because she was apparently still fully not healthy. Like, she was still not fully healthy. Okay? And then it says, the family says Kelly has not been heard from since. And they told cops her boyfriend is allegedly keeping friends and family members from visiting her home. We're told this concerned many people close to Kelly and led to someone alerting the authorities to do a welfare check last week. Now, since they did the welfare check, she's officially considered missing, and we're told there's an active investigation to find her. So that was the initial report. They were like, listen, there is a fly in the buttermilk. Okay, y'all talked to the boyfriend, but we ain't talked to her. We ain't been able to confirm her whereabouts or anything like that. And we is not feeling this situation at all because we still ain't heard from her as the family. So hours after that, her attorney basically tried to shut that down and come to TMZ to basically say that she is no longer missing and that she had basically recovered. It says gospel singer Kelly Price is not missing and is safe, at least according to her attorney, Monica Ewing. Kelly's rep tells TMZ the singer is continuing to recover from COVID at an undisclosed location. We're told Kelly's legal rep reached out to Cobb County Police to notify law enforcement that Kelly is accounted for, even though she's now listed as missing with the National Crime Information Center. Blah, 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 blah. So then they recap how, you know, the family had previously alerted that, you know, the boyfriend was keeping her away, da, 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 da. Well, after this, everybody was like, okay, well, the attorney came forward and now the attorney is saying that she's safe, so she's safe. Now, Larry Reed, who is a YouTuber, and Larry Reed, he basically covers like all things church. He covers like the church drama. He covers all of the, all of the tea that be spilled in the church and things like that. You want to know what's going on with the pastors, who's shady, who's doing this, who's sleeping with, what drama? You go to Larry Reed because he cover it all. Okay, so Larry Reed, he has his handle on like gospel stories and things like that. So he was holding a live. And on his live, Kelly Price's sister called in. So he was allowing people to call in and basically weigh in on like what people felt about this situation. And her sister called in to reveal that the family is very much concerned and they still have not heard from her, and that they ain't gonna believe that she okay until they lay eyes or hear her voice. Now, I'm going to go to Larry Reed's Instagram. If you guys are not following Larry, basically, if you want to know about the dramas and all the goings-ons that be going on in the church, you definitely want to follow Larry, okay? Let me share my screen. Okay, boom. So this is his Instagram, okay? And he talks about how her sister calls in and basically reveals that they have not heard from her. Now, I'm going to play that in just a second, but y'all know I got to take a second to plug my business. Now, normally I'm wearing something from my line or whatever, but today I'm just wearing some simple earrings that you can find on my website. My website is right here, www.niqueatnite.com. I have adult goodies. Okay, I carry the rose, honey. I know y'all heard about the rose. I carry the rose on my website. I carry clubwear. I carry pajamas. I carry all things Nite because we are Nique at Nite on my website. So definitely go to my website, www.niqueatnite.com. I got simple stuff as far as earrings all the way up to the rose. Okay? I got it all. So go to my website, check it out, see what is good for you. Now, let's get into this because her sister on this call was sounding very, very, very concerned. Her sister, to me, I was listening to it and I'm like, oh my God, like, what is going on here? Because her sister sounds genuine, she sounds sincere, and she sounds concerned about what's going on with her sister. And it's like, just to hear like a statement like, oh, her lawyer says she fine, like, do that really mean she fine? Like, what's really going on? An undisclosed location. Why is she not at her own location? Why is she not at her own house? Why wasn't the police able to locate her and talk to her? Why was she ever even listed as a missing person after they talked to the boyfriend? Like, what's going on here? What's going on? So let me play this and we're going to hear from the sister. And if you're not following Larry Reed, like I said, his info is right here. This is his Instagram. You can follow him to be up to date on the church drama, okay? But let's get into this.
Caller ending in 2627. What's your name? Where you calling from? You have 1 minute.
Hi, Larry. This is Sean Ray Price. This is Kelly's sister.
Okay. All right. So this is Kelly Price's sister. So what you say is going to matter more than what any of us saying. All right. We listening to you.
I'm just asking everybody to pray. I understand that an attorney, I just got off of an interview, and I understand the attorney is stating that my sister is okay. We don't know anything until we physically see her. Okay, my sister, you all know her history. My sister is a very visible person. She's a very visible person. We haven't heard anything from her in months. She was sick, and she was very sick with COVID. This is unlike her. No one has heard from her. And I know everyone has their own opinions. I don't do stuff like this, but I am going to call in.
Gotcha.
Until we physically see my sister, we don't know anything. So I don't care who's calling in and saying what. Until we physically see my sister, then we don't know.
Okay. So there is 3 more minutes to this. I'm gonna play some more, but just listening to that, that sounds like, if I'm using my proper discernment, um, it sounds like a very worried and shook sister. You know, after this, she goes on to say that I don't keep up with Kelly Price, unfortunately, so I really don't know what's going on in her personal life. But her sister goes on to talk about and say how it's like they are all they have left. That apparently that they have lost a lot of family members. They have lost a lot of loved ones that's close to them, and it's down to the wire, and it's just them two. You know, and the sister was like, "It's just us. Like we lost a lot of people." And you know, for her, it's very concerning. Like all she got is her sister, and she hasn't been able to talk to her sister at all. So let's hear some more and let's hear that because it sounds very concerning.
I'm just asking people, please pray, okay? Because she still has 2 children, and it's just she and I. We lost our mother, we lost our sister 6 years prior. It's just she and I. And I know it seems entertaining to some people, but it's not. That's my family. That's my younger sister, okay? I don't do stuff like this, but I just wanted to call in and say, I don't care who called in and said what, until we see Kelly for ourselves. We don't know if she's okay or not. All right, thank you. Just keep playing. Please keep praying for the family, okay?
Let me ask you this: how? I know she probably won't. I don't want to keep you here if you are overwhelmed, but I just wanted to know do you know how Kelly was doing mentally with all these losses that she's experienced this year?
She's doing the same way we all are. We've lost the majority of our family. When I say it's just she and I, it is just she and I. So she's doing as well as anybody would. We lost our family. We're a small family to begin with. Now it's just she and I.
What are you doing are you talking to a therapist or anybody? How are you handling everything right now?
I pray. I'm praying and I'm giving it to God.
Why didn't nobody report her missing earlier?
But this is overwhelming right here.
Okay. So she goes on to talk a little bit more, whatever, and he basically, as you just heard, he's like, well, you know, because she said that they hadn't talked to her in months. So he's like, why was it just reported now? You know, like if she hasn't been heard from in months, if this has been going on for, like, she's been missing for a long time, like, why hasn't anybody else reported this prior to now? So let's hear what she has to say. Again, this is a Larry Reed live exclusive, so definitely go to his page. He is also a YouTuber. This is his Instagram right here, but definitely go to his YouTube. He's a YouTuber, so I definitely want him to get credit for his exclusive.
Yeah. Why didn't anybody report her missing earlier if you haven't seen her in months?
No, we haven't heard from her in over a month.
Okay.
And yes, it was reported before Saturday, before I did the work too.
Okay.
It was a phone call that went in 2 weeks before. Okay. And there was a process. And then I did a well check on Saturday, this past Saturday. Mm-hmm. And there's a process. We're trying to work with the police. But it's time to go public.
Yeah.
We have not heard anything. We haven't seen anything from my sister. And I'm asking people, pray. Pray. Because until she resurfaces, we really don't know what's going on.
Kelly's 48. How old are you?
I'm 49. I'll be 50 on October 7th.
So you've had your sister in your life all your life?
Yes.
Well, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be praying. MBN Network, we pray every single Sunday at 8 a.m. Definitely going to put you guys there. And I hope that your sister will somehow hear you. I do know she knows about this platform. And I hope that she hears you and would at least just call you so that you can be confident and know that she is okay. And if she does, please email me, hit me up so that I can know. And we'll tell everybody to pray a different prayer now that we know that you know that she is okay.
Yes, I will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
When it comes to the gospel community.
Okay. So, what are we thinking? I mean, I don't keep up with Kelly Price, but just to hear her sister be so devastated, you can hear the devastation in her voice and the worry in her voice, because she's like, I don't care what her attorney is saying, I don't care what nobody else is saying, I don't care what is being said, like, I haven't heard from my sister, and it's just she and I, and so we all we got, and for me not to hear from her, and on top of that, the police not to lay eyes on her, something is going on. And then for the attorney to come forward to say, oh, she's at this undisclosed location, blah, blah, blah. What's going on? You know, like, I'm a person who, I've dealt with a lot of loss in my family, and I have family members who dealt with the same amount of loss, and everybody deals with death, loss, tragedy, trauma, and things like that. Everybody deals with it different. Like, some people will, you know, throw themselves into work. Some people will become basically very, very shelled. You know what I'm saying? Very, very like away from everybody and shelter themselves and things like that. Some people go to the bottle of alcohol. Some people go to harder things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deals with it differently. So that on top of dealing with COVID, and if she was like hospitalized to the point and then she discharged and maybe didn't fully like, it's a lot going on. And just like 2020 alone, then transitioning and going into 2021 and dealing with the pandemic and all of the changes, it's been a lot of life changes for all of us. You know, a lot of entertainers weren't able to do shows like they normally was, and, you know, weren't able to have incomes like they normally would have because of the pandemic. And then, you know, mix that in with family losses and tragedies and traumatic experiences and COVID, like if you actually get COVID, and it's just a lot. So the way that everybody deals with that is different. So hopefully soon her sister is able to hear from her and confirm that she is actually okay. Hopefully she is actually okay, because, you know, these boyfriends, you never know. I don't know who her boyfriend is. You know, again, like I said, I don't follow her, so I don't know what type of character, what type of guy, whatever. But even if I seen him on the internet, I still wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And we see this whole situation with Gabby. I don't know how to say her last name, Petite, whatever. You know, they had their whole van life situation, and they looked like a happy couple on the outside. And then she comes up missing, and now there's a warrant for his arrest, you know, after they done found her body. So, you know, it's always good to actually hear from your people and not take the word from these boyfriends or these, who is the attorney, who's, you know, hear from her. Especially if, you know, it's a close-knit family, then you normally hear from that person, and then you suddenly don't hear from them, and then there's no confirmation from them to say, yes, I'm okay. I don't know, but we'll end it there. Thank y'all for, you know, tuning in again. If this is your first time ever coming across my channel, acknowledge that by putting a half moon emoji in the comments so that I know that you're new here. If you've been rocking with me, if you are a night owl, put an owl emoji in the comments so that I know that you've been rocking with me. And if you've been rocking with me, then you already know about my website, because y'all know I plug it in every video regardless of what we're talking about. But for the newbies, for the OBs, just to refresh your memory and let y'all know, I keep my channel going by my website. That kind of keeps the wheels rolling. That keeps the things turning. So if you could support me in that way, that'd be great. If not, that's cool too. Just simply watching the video is cool as well. But you know, I'm trying to expand with like accessories, like the, you know, accessories, purses. I got the rose. That's like the best seller. But you know, I'm regardless of the subject matter, how sad, how tragic, how whatever, you know what I'm saying, I always have to plug myself, my business, because when you turn into the local news, they got to break to commercials. So I got to keep the wheels rolling over here too. So um just had to say that. But in closing, I genuinely feel like hopefully she's okay. Hopefully her family gets a resolution, and I hopefully she gets resolution soon, because that worry in her sister's voice, that tremble, that distress, it sounds genuine to me if my judgment and my discernment is on point. She sounds like a very shaken sister who's worried for her younger sister to be okay. And again, dealing with these boyfriends, these people, handlers, whoever, you just never know. Okay? So let me know what you guys think down below. Let's talk about it in the comments. Leave the half moon emoji if you're new. If you are a night owl, leave the owl emoji. And I'll see you guys on the next video.